Good morning to all of you. Hope I am audible to you, screen is visible to you. As someone can say, screen, audio okay, so that we can start a discussion. Okay, thank you Shreya, everybody, Rakshita Kulkarni. So let us start today's discussion. Let us consider this simplest example. Let me know who will give the idea. So I have say temperature variation is there. I want to sense this, and whenever the say temperature increases above 35 degree, a bulb should glow. This is a question given to you. Take a minute or two, write something, a logic, or what circuit you are going to use, what are the blocks you are going to use, something you can type in the chat box. Take a minute, think on this. When I told thermistor, but it's not a complete logic. Diploma students thinking will be little different. So definitely a diploma is an added advantage. That's the reason many students they think and they give the answer. Most of the answer is given by already Siddharth Nabhaput, and Ulvesh has given a little idea. Yeah. Anybody want to give a complete idea? Almost Siddharth has given. Let me go to the next slide. And being engineer, these things, minimum things you should know. Minimum things you should know. Let me give a little idea. So I have a comparator. I have a temperature variation. Somebody told a thermistor I'll use something. I'm using a sensor. Let us consider at 35 degrees centigrade it will give a 3.5. Let us assume for our discussion. So I'm giving a op amp a 3.5 volt as a reference. So whenever this V1 becomes more than 3.5, comparator will compare and it will give the high. When this gives high, relay will switch on and say I have given the AC means and bulb will glow. Something, just idea I have given you where I can use a comparator. So you should have an idea at least. If somebody asks, so you have studied op amp, where can I use in real time operation amplifier as a comparator? Can you explain? If somebody asks, you should be able to do it easily. You should not say when I give this wave it will come that wave. See, a real time example is important, and this is a comparator used in most of the applications. Wherever comparison comes, we prefer this only. For example, refrigerator, it should switch on after some temperature reaches, or motor switch off whenever the tank is overflowing. Wherever comparison comes, automatically we use a comparator. And hope all of you know this minimum things. Already we have discussed the operational amplifier nearly more than 20 hours. Let me go to the next. And now we discuss a basic comparator, zero crossing detector schematic we are going to discuss in today's class. And this is already available in the YouTube. Somebody might have seen from this class also. Many people they have seen from outside the even in different countries also. But I am sure our students might have seen, at least a few students, those who are interested to learn. A comparator compares the two voltages. Comparator is something open loop op amp, that's all, nothing else. Output may be either plus VSAT or minus VSAT, depending upon the input. Always output, because gain is very high for the operational amplifier, automatically whenever the input is there, either output will be plus VSAT or the output will be minus V saturation. Now, in this example, can you say at what V in or voltage V0 will become positive saturation? You can type your answer in the chat box, maybe one word or something or one line, whatever you want. I want you to think and type your answer in the chat box. Quiz link I have given to you. So another 2 minutes you are having maximum. Complete it. 10 questions are there, multiple choice question. Even within a minute you can complete. These quizzes will be considered to give you a CTA marks. Quiz 1 I have already taken. That marks also I will share with you people, and this marks also I'll share. I may conduct another a few quizzes, and all these quizzes marks will be considered for your CTA. Late submissions I'll inform you yesterday the way how I had done it, and those people's evaluation may not be done. You have 1 minute. Okay, few seconds are remaining. Complete it. Compared to offline, online will take more time. Can you say why? When I say open book, if questions are very difficult, you are supposed to search, then okay, it takes a time. Aditya Angadi, open book, and we are not as prepared and serious as offline. This is very important. I thank Aditi for the answer. You should be serious. Don't think anyway it's a open book test, I'll copy and I'll write. When you start copying and writing, it takes more time because you have to see and you have to write. But in the offline, you will not be seeing. Simply from the mind you are writing, it takes less time. Many students are telling, Ulvesh, Shreya, Umrani, these two students are so good at. Happy to see their names in the chat box always. They think and they give an answer whether right or wrong. We should appreciate as students. And definitely what you told, both of you, are correct. And this is common minimum things one should answer. Try to understand. V references say 1 volts are given to the inverting terminal and V in applied to the non-inverting terminal. If V in is less than V reference, when V in is less than V reference, it will go to the minus V saturation, and V in is greater than V reference, it will go to the plus V saturation. Why the use of this D1, D2, sir? To protect the op-amp from excessive V in, because gain is very high. When I connect like this, either D1 will conduct or D2 will conduct, and because of that, voltage across these two terminals, VID will never exceed more than 0.7. Either this will conduct or this will conduct. And R is used to limit the current. This R why you are using, heavy more current should not flow into the operational amplifier. And this basically acts as the A to D converter. Whenever you give a sine wave, that will be converted into the square wave. Just go through, copy down the diagram, try to understand, copy down 1 or 2 lines from this. I'll wait for you people to copy. 1 minute. I can say it's a sine wave to square wave converter. Open loop op amp is basically, we can use as a zero crossing detector when V reference is 0. I am not giving anything. I grounded one terminal, I have given the sine wave, and it's very easy method to test the op amp, but you have to give the supply voltage. After giving the supply, in one terminal, if you ground another terminal, if you give sine wave, you are supposed to give output square wave. And for low frequency signal, output may not switch because of noise, so V0 may fluctuate. To avoid this, what we do, we go for a positive feedback. Take a few seconds, go through once. Now the solution is a positive feedback, just now I told, and this circuit, when I give the positive feedback, it is called as a schematic trigger. A V0 changes every time when the input exceeds a certain level of voltage. We call that as a VUT and VLT as shown in the figure. And these are a voltage upper threshold and then there is a lower threshold voltage. Take a minute, copy down this circuit as well as the waveform. I'll wait for you people to copy. Once if you completed copying, you can write down done, completed. Some word you can write few students so that I can go to the next slide. So this helps us to decide whether to go to the next or not, whether you have copied or not. Let me wait for another few seconds, then we'll go to the next slide. Okay, majority have copied. I'm sure they are typing. So let us go to the next. The schemic trigger can be defined as it is a regenerative comparator. I try to remember the words also. It is a bistable. All of you know we have discussed astable ones. Circuit in which the output swings between the two steady state. What are those? High and low. There are two types are there circuits. One is a inverting and another is a non-inverting schemic trigger. We have two types. And what it does, it converts an irregular shape waveform to a square wave or maybe a pulse. VUT is nothing but a upper threshold voltage and VLT is nothing but a lower threshold voltage. Just go through once and one or two lines you can copy from this particular slide. I'll be waiting for you to copy. Is obtained by the equation. This is given based on the R1 and R2 value, and voltage across the R1 is a VUT when V0 equal to plus Vsat. Voltage across R1 equal to VLT, lower threshold, when V0 equal to minus Vsat. These are the two equations. Equations is same, but only a plus Vsat and minus Vsat. If it is a minus Vsat, you get a lower threshold, and upper threshold will get when it is a plus Vsat. Diagram is with you people. Only copy down the equations and try to understand. Completed copying this. Let me go to the next. Thank you for your reply in the chat box. Now, just now you have copied VLT equal to VUT equal to. It is a hysteresis. Okay, a complete operation can be understood. So if you go above this, it will go to this, and above VUT, it will go to the minus Vsat. This is a gap. We call it hysteresis. It is a voltage between the VUT and VLT. This hysteresis you just copy down. Take a 1 minute. Then we will continue the discussion. So copy down the hysteresis. It is a inverting. If whatever you have discussed, the same thing we are discussing, like say if VUT and VLT is greater than noise voltage, then there is no false output transitions. Therefore, usually keep it little more. And the hysteresis voltage is V reference equal to VUT minus VLT, just now you have copied. Input is a triangular wave, then output will be a square wave. If input is a sawtooth, output will become a pulse waveform. If input is in between VUT VLT, that is dangerous. Most of the students, they keep very less voltage. For example, VUT VLT are 2 and minus 2 volts. Students give input voltage 1, they never get an output. This usually happens in lab whenever the students are conducting experiment. Ensure that when you are giving sine wave, voltage should have above and below this Vsat and minus Vsat. This is one important point which you have to remember. Copy down this. I'll wait for you. Just now I told, while conducting the experiment, observe the output by decreasing and increasing the input amplitude. Observe the output by varying the offset knob. So these are the important points you have to remember whenever you are conducting the experiment in the lab. We ask the students to make changes in all these things and observe the output and also understand why output is changing. You will get definitely a facility will be there. You cannot say I don't have this one, sir, I can't do. Observe the output by varying R1 and R2. Remember, you are conducting the experiment, especially in the lab. We say to understand that concept. Don't think that just you are supposed to show the output to the teacher. Teacher is seeing the output since 20 years. He don't want to see it again. But main important is how much you understood. That matters. Please remember this last line. It is for you people. One simple example is shown. So if R1 equal to 100 ohm, R2 equal to 56 kilo ohm, and Vin is a 1 volt, supply is plus or minus 15 volts. Say plus or minus Vsat, I am getting 14 volts. Then VUT VLT becomes this is a LT, it becomes a 25 millivolt and minus 25 millivolt. And you should be able to do the reverse also. Sometimes they may give the if they ask you to find R1 or R2 value for a given VUT or LT, you should be able to do that. Copy down the equation, one example. Say if I need a different UTP, say let us consider in the exam given a plus 2 volts and they are given a minus 3 volt, what changes you are going to make in your circuit? I'll wait for your answer. So now this you take as a homework. We'll see how many of you will do it. And now a few minutes we'll spend to interact with you people and to interact with your parents. Now I'll stop sharing the screen. Let us spend a little time to talk to them and talk to you people. So I have kept 10 minutes to interact with you and your parents. If anybody is ready, your parents first will give priority to them. Otherwise, I'll interact with you people. See, all are in the home only. It's work from home. Majority parents will be in the home. Let your mother talk to me or your father talk to me. Many times students say, sir, my father was busy, my mother is busy. But now you are also in the home, parents are also in the home. I think at least one or two parents may talk to us. Even if you want a separate link, I can create only for the parents if they want to interact with us. Let me know. Sir, in front of all the students, how my parents can talk to you, then no problem. I can call some meeting some other day. And even you can attend and you can come with your parents, you can have a discussion. Even let me know from you people. Okay, we'll conclude today's class. Thank you for attending the class. And we'll continue the next class. Try to do the homework. Take care. Bye. You can leave the meeting. Thank you. ಓಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡಲಿ. ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು ರೀ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ರೀ.